Young Tommy was a perfectly ordinary boy, but oh, he did love his sleep. Tonight, his eyelids felt like heavy curtains. They drooped, they dipped, they closed. His teddy bear, Barnaby, lay beside him. Barnaby was already snoring, a tiny rumbling sound. Tommy snuggled deeper under his blue duvet. The day was done, and adventures awaited. He hoped for a truly splendid dream, a dream full of magic and mischief. The world outside his window faded away. The honk of a late-night car grew faint. The rustle of leaves in the garden whispered goodbye. Tommy's breathing became slow and steady. He was floating, just floating, like a little boat on a big, dark sea. Colors began to swirl behind his eyes. Not scary colors, but soft, dreamy ones. Pinks and purples and a gentle, glowing gold. He was drifting further and further now. Suddenly, he wasn't in his bed anymore. Oh no, not at all. This was much odder. He found himself standing in a vast, dark room. But it wasn't a scary dark, you understand. It was a twinkly, shimmery, exciting sort of dark. Like looking at the night sky, but indoors. Little lights blinked everywhere, far and near. What a peculiar place this was. He blinked his eyes, trying to see more. This was going to be quite an adventure. He realized it was some sort of laboratory, a strange and wonderful laboratory indeed, not with bubbling potions and smelly smoke. No, this lab glittered with starlight. It hummed with a quiet cosmic energy. This was a place where stars were born. This was where galaxies were designed. Tommy felt a thrill, a proper fizzy feeling. He had never seen anything like it. What marvelous things would happen here? Then Tommy saw her, a girl. She wasn't an ordinary girl, not one bit. Her hair seemed to be spun from moonlight. It floated around her head like a halo. Tiny stars twinkled in her bright, kind eyes. She wore a dress the color of a nebula, all swirling blues and vibrant violets. She hummed a little tune, soft and sweet. She didn't seem to notice Tommy at all. She was busy, you see, very busy. She was playing with moons, great big moons. She juggled them as if they were tennis balls. Up they went, round and silver and glowing. She caught them so gently, one by one. Then she bounced a small cratered moon. It bounced silently on the sparkling floor, like a perfectly behaved luminous puppy. She laughed, a sound like tinkling bells. Tommy watched, his mouth wide open. He had never seen such a playful sight. Next, she turned her attention to the stars. She had a long silver thread in her hand. She was stringing stars onto it like beads. Click, clack went the stars onto the thread. She made a necklace of dazzling bright stars. Then she shook it, and the stars shimmered. They sang a tiny, high-pitched, sparkly song. She even made some stars do a little dance, twirling and leaping in the cosmic air. Tommy thought it was the best show ever. Then came the planets, big and bold. She rolled Mars across the floor like a marble. It left a faint red trail of dust. She spun Jupiter with its great red spot. It whirled like a magnificent stripy top. She even reached for the sun, a miniature one. She held it carefully in her cupped hands. It glowed warmly, not too hot at all. She made it dim, then shine brightly again, as if she were its very own conductor. Her smile, oh, her smile was quite something. It was like 1,000 happy sunbeams. It lit up the entire galaxy lab. It made everything feel warm and wonderful. It was a truly angelic smile, pure and bright. When she smiled, Tommy felt a happy fizz, a bubbly, joyful feeling deep inside him. He couldn't help but smile back, even though she couldn't see him. Her happiness was infectious, like a happy yawn. He wished he could bottle that smile. The Galaxy Lab itself was a marvel. It stretched on further than his eyes could see. Strange and wonderful contraptions hummed softly. Telescopes pointed to unseen, distant wonders. Jars filled with stardust lined shimmering shelves. Maps of unknown constellations glowed on the walls. There was a faint scent of cinnamon and starlight. It was the most magical place Tommy had ever been. He wanted to explore every single nook and cranny, but watching the girl was far too enchanting. A feeling of pure wonder filled Tommy. He felt as light as a feather, as happy as a lark. This dream was better than any dream before. The girl, the stars, the planets, the moons. It was all so gloriously, fantastically real. He knew he would remember this forever. The way she danced with the comets, the way she whispered secrets to the nebulae. These were memories made of starlight and joy, a truly unforgettable cosmic ballet. She then scooped up a handful of stardust. With a gentle puff, she blew it into the air. The stardust swirled, and then, quite magically, it formed the shape of a prancing unicorn. The unicorn shimmered, its horn a bright star. It winked at Tommy, or so he thought. The girl giggled, a delightful, bubbly sound. She was creating pure magic with such ease. Tommy wished he could stay in this lab, with this wonderful star-playing girl forever.
Tommy, wake up, sleepyhead!
It was his mom, of course it was. The Galaxy Lab began to wobble. The girl with the stardust hair waved, or perhaps he imagined that she did. The colors started to fade, to melt away. The stars dimmed, the planets grew hazy. The dream was slipping, like sand through fingers. With a jolt, Tommy's eyes snapped open. He was back in his bed, his blue duvet. Barnaby the bear was still beside him. The sun was peeking through his curtains. The wonderful dream was gone, vanished. But the feeling, the feeling remained. The joy, the wonder, the angelic smile. He could still almost smell the stardust. He sat up, a big grin on his face. Tommy, wow, just wow. At school during show and tell, Tommy was buzzing. He could hardly wait for his turn to speak. He clutched his drawing of a swirly galaxy. His heart was thumping like a bouncy ball. Tommy, I had the most amazing dream. His teacher, Miss Periwinkle, smiled kindly. His classmates leaned forward, curious. Tommy, there was this girl, and she played with the stars and moons. He tried his best to describe everything. The children listened, absolutely captivated. Little Lily gasped when he told them about the moon juggling. Big Ben's eyes nearly popped out of his head. Tommy, she had a smile like an angel, and the lab was full of stars and planets. Some children giggled, imagining it all.
That's impossible!
One boy, Percy, said, "That's impossible!" But most of them looked completely spellbound. They asked him questions, lots and lots. Tommy's dream had sprinkled a little stardust on them all.